Hey, horror fans, welcome back to another episode of Terror Talk where I discuss creepy clips online. The original horror music that you hear in these videos is composed by me. Now imagine being able to save on everyday expenses and put that money towards your next horror movie outing, spooky decor, or haunted carnival excursion. Be sure to watch all the way through as I have something that will help feed your next horror adventures. Now let's get into it and have some fun.
I've owned and lived in the same house for 8 years. It's a normal family-sized home, which was relevant when I had roommates. But when they moved out and it just became me living here, I had nothing to do with the extra space. It was technically a 4-bedroom house, but I only used 2 of the bedrooms. One is my main bedroom, and one is the gaming room. The other 2 rooms were on the far end of the upstairs hallway. One had a few storage boxes in it, and the other was completely empty. After getting out of work at 9, I picked up Wendy's on the way home and pretty much went right to the game room. I was off tomorrow.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant? Let me know in the comments below. For me, it's kind of hard to choose. I really like McDonald's and In-N-Out and Wendy's and really kind of pretty much anything. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
So what better to do than game all night? I put my headphones on and loaded up COD. But before I had time to even load into a match, I thought I heard something that sounded like a knock at the front door. I took my headset off and listened, but not hearing anything, and figuring they would have knocked again if there was someone there, I went back to my game. Probably a whole 2 hours went by, and then I heard it again. It sounded like either a knock, or a door closing, or something like that. But with my headphones on, and with my room door closed, it was way too quiet for me to tell. I got up and opened the door, looking out into the hallway and waiting for that sound to come again. After a minute, though, I went downstairs and looked out the front door.
I feel like I would already be paranoid at this point. And I guess it doesn't take a whole lot to get me paranoid because I feel like I'm sort of on edge half the time anyways, just because of a lot of external factors in my life. But yeah, this would definitely put me on edge for sure. Would it put you on edge? Because I'd be like, what the hell is that knocking sound? Like, where is that coming from? And I would automatically think the worst, I guess. That's just the way my mind works. But yeah, I would already be super paranoid. Well, maybe not super paranoid, but definitely paranoid about it.
Nobody was outside my house, and everything seemed normal. Having been hearing these sounds, though, I obviously made sure the door was locked before going back upstairs. To be a bit more cautious, I left my room door open this time, so if it happened again, maybe I'd hear it better. I put my headset back on and continued gaming. I played through a whole round, so like 20-ish minutes. As the game ended, and I leaned back in my chair, a figure rushed past the open doorway just off to the side of my view. I immediately threw my headphones off and jumped from my chair. Horrified and unsure what to do,
Yeah, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Like, that is the last thing that you would be expecting in any kind of situation, really, when you think all the doors are locked and all of a sudden a figure just starts past the door, like, holy shit. I would be really scared at that point. What would you do? I'm not sure what I would do, but I feel like I would try to get out of the house first and call the police because I wouldn't want to confront whoever that is.
I just stared at the doorway. I didn't get the courage to finally move for several minutes. When I looked into the hallway, though, and eventually the rest of the house, nobody was there. But the front door was unlocked again. When police came and investigated, it was clear that the person had been hiding and very likely living in the empty room. I hadn't been in there for weeks, or maybe even months, so all this time, they could have been just on the other side of the wall from me, and I had no idea. It's really scary to think about, especially if I'd happened to confront him. There's no saying what he would have done.
Yeah, it definitely is spooky having someone living in your house that you aren't aware of. And I feel like this probably happens more often than we think. But yeah, that's why you always want to keep your doors and windows shut and locked. But at the same time, it's like the fact that this guy didn't do anything or make any intentions to harm the guy, it's like, well, at least there's that, at least that he wasn't violent or hostile. But still, it's like, obviously you would never want that kind of situation happening with you. But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, at least the guy wasn't violent. But yeah, I think this does happen more often than not, and you just have to really be cautious of everything going on around you because you never know if what kind of creep might kind of try to sneak back into your house and live in an empty room because that is some creepy stuff right there. But yeah, this was a creepy story and I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the commentary and the music, and be sure also to check out the pinned comment because I have something really cool that'll help you start saving money and potentially making more money in these tough times for your horror activities and adventures and whatnot. So be sure to check that in the pinned comment, and I will see you in the next video.